The second form of classical lightsaber combat, Makashi, is also known as the contention form, or the way of the Yasala Miri, after a curious creature from the Inner Rim. This is the preferred style for lightsaber to lightsaber dueling, and is the most elegant of the 6 traditional forms. Hello there! Welcome to Gensare's Nerd Rage Rant, hosted by me, the Gensare. Today, we, as in I, will be discussing and describing the second form of Jedi lightsaber combat, Makashi or Makashi, a bunch of different ways of pronouncing it. Makashi was developed during an era in Jedi history where Dark Jedi and other lightsaber wielders were running wild through the galaxy, and lightsaber duels became pretty routine. Accordingly, it's geared towards lightsaber to lightsaber combat. Makashi already has the basics established by Shicho to build off of, so it no doubt followed Form 1 body target zones. Makashi was designed primarily to counter Shicho, so it relied on precision swordplay to deal with Shicho's sweeping movements, and placed a heavy focus on protecting one's own weapon, as disarmament was the primary goal of Shicho duelists. The early levels of the style were primarily intended to provide protection against enemy attacks and allowed initiates to defend themselves with only a minimum of effort. However, at this stage, it also needed to be paired with a more offensive style to score the decisive winning blow. The higher levels of Makashi were a great deal more effective. In keeping with the focus on precision and control over power, Makashi attacks consisted primarily of jabs and light cuts, rather than the hack and slash moves of more contemporary styles. One of the primary aspects of Makashi was the focus on balanced footwork, using it to keep a consistent distance between the duelist and his opponent. The footwork typically followed a single line, front and back, constantly shifting the feet to maintain perfect balance. Due to this focus on balance and economy of motion, Makashi duelists typically refrained from force-assisted acrobatics that became the hallmark of the later Ataru style. Makashi duelists were also encouraged to rely on tactical ingenuity as well as lightsaber technique, and to avoid what some termed enslavement to form, as such devotion to technical perfection left a duelist vulnerable against unexpected or improvised tactics. Now here are some of Makashi's basic moves and maneuvers. The Makashi opening position was a single-handed low guard. The Makashi salute, not an attack or a maneuver, but a challenge. The salute was typically followed by the Makashi flourish, where the duelist would swing the tip of the blade through a cross or X pattern in the air. The contentious opportunity was a technique based around recognizing and exploiting an opening in an opponent's defense. The Makashi riposte was similarly designed to alter the angle of an opponent's attack before retaliating. Statistical breakdown. Here's what Makashi has going for it. It's excellent for one-on-one lightsaber dueling, its primary purpose. It provides excellent weapon protection to counter Shicho, and it's also great for disarming foes, though its methods are somewhat different from Shicho's methods. It's incredibly efficient. You're not wasting any energy. Here's what it's got going against it. It's terrible against multiple opponents and useless for blast deflection, which is one of the reasons why it became obsolete in later years. However, both of these weaknesses can be compensated for by high levels of skill and practice. This next one can't. Makashi fails utterly to generate any significant amounts of kinetic energy in its moves, which leaves a duelist vulnerable against opponents utilizing more contemporary strength-oriented styles. Makashi's poster boy practitioner, Jedi Master turned Sith Lord, Count Dooku. Okay, all joking aside, Count Dooku is actually really badass. He went toe-to-toe with Master Yoda and lived for 3 years to talk about it before Anakin Skywalker fucked him up.